going to be going over talking about the new challenges added into NBA 2K25 MyTEAM that you guys can go grind out to get a free Galaxy Opal. Now, as we do dive into this thing, if you are new to the channel and have not yet, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button. I, as always, appreciate the support. So, what are these challenges? Well, the NBA Flashback challenges. You complete all 13 of these challenges, and you'll add a free Galaxy Opal to the squad. Now, are the cards you get along the way good? No. You get Isaiah Thomas, you get Clark Kellogg, you get Purvis Short, you get Alvin Adams, you get Jeff Hornacek. These are not great cards. You're grinding these things realistically for the Galaxy Opal. Now, again, are these challenges worth it? I mean, that's up to you guys. I do want you guys to see in this first challenges how hard it truly is going to be. So, the first out of 13 challenges is prevent Jeff Hornacek from scoring 10 points. So, that's really, I mean, honestly, like, not super hard. It looks like 3-minute quarters, so you'll be able to get through the first game in 15 or so minutes. Obviously, the games may get longer, the games may get harder, but at the end of it, you can add a Galaxy Opal to your squad for absolutely free. Now, another thing I do want to make a side note of is it is an offline mode. So if you are trying to earn the single player MT, these NBA Flashback challenges will obviously help with that as well. So again, Galaxy Opal wise, I feel like when I've had the chance to pull pull Galaxy Opals for free, I've not had the best luck. That's just me talking to you guys. I feel like more often than not, I've pulled bad Galaxy Opals from there. But at the end of the day, it is a free Galaxy Opal, and you never know who you may pull. If you go in here and look at the Galaxy Opals that are available, there are a lot of solid Galaxy Opals that you guys could end up getting, like a Penny Hardaway is obviously really solid. Cade Cunningham, really solid. You know, the list goes on and on. Even if you get a Kyle Korver, he obviously can play for you guys. So the list goes on and on. And at the end of the day, I think the big thing that I'm realizing with these challenges it's something new to play. And I'm just going to play this, you know, for the sake of this video and show you guys, like, it is a relatively easy thing to grind out. But I think the bigger deal, the bigger situation is this is what the community asks for. This is what the community wants. The community doesn't want to just, you know, have to grind the same breakout over and over again. The community doesn't want to have to grind the same domination over and over again. Sure, those things are fine, right? Like, to occasionally have to grind, it is what it is. I'm not going to hate on occasionally grinding those modes. But having something like this, I think, is important and valuable. Do I wish it was a set card instead of a random Galaxy Opal? Absolutely. Because it's like, I don't know exactly how long this is going to take. If each game takes 15 minutes, you're looking at, I don't know, 4 hours maybe to get a Galaxy Opal. But the sad part about it is you could grind all 4 hours and end up getting a Galaxy Opal that's really poor. I'm trying to think of like the worst. Like, you could grind all this and get the Galaxy Opal Trae Young. Genuinely, you could. Now, obviously, you want to get a better card than that, but I'm just telling you guys that to tell you guys, like, that's the one side of this thing that I don't necessarily love, is the fact that, you know, you could grind this thing and still end up with a bad Galaxy Opal. Now, for this first challenge, in which you do have to prevent Jeff Hornacek from scoring points, the way I would approach it is run the shot clock. Now, while you're running the shot clock, what is it going to do? Well, number one, you're milking clock. You're going to limit the amount of possessions Jeff Hornacek has. Number two, you know, the time's coming off the clock, and so you're going to get through the game way quicker. Now, defensively, again, just try to make anybody but Jeff Hornacek shoot the ball. It's not like you're going to lose the game, right? So just let Karl Malone do what he wants to do. And again, you are going to win the game. Now, realistically, if you're struggling with this challenge, take 4 or 5 seconds, inbound on the ball, roll the ball, do whatever you guys have to do to just milk that time off the clock. But that's the one thing that I feel pretty strongly about, is the more that you can just run the clock in this first game and in other games, the better you're going to be. Now, I do expect all these challenges to be somewhat easy. So if there is a challenge in which, let's say, you got to score like 50 points with the card in a game, then obviously you might have to speed the game up, stuff like that. But for me, this is not going to be a super long grind, and it's not like it's hard or difficult to do, right? You can just load up today and, I mean, do whatever you guys want. You can watch Netflix, watch the TyDeBo No Money Spent Squad series. Do what you guys got to do. But again, these are easy challenges, and at the end of it, you get a Galaxy Opal. These are the types of things that we need in the game, right? Like, if I'm going to not mind Tuesday content, which a lot of people like the Tuesday content because it crashes the auction house. I get all that. But I'm a firm believer that we need good content on another day as well. We can't just have Friday of decent new cards, right? We need other content. So if that's what it's going to be, then guess what? I don't mind the fact that you can grind for a Galaxy Opal, and I don't mind the fact that if this is what we're going to get every week, something like this, then sure, give us Tuesday super packs. As long as we're able to grind for a Galaxy Opal, that is going to be able to help the squad out. So that's just me, thinking about things and looking at it from that perspective. It's like, I don't know. I just think, the opportunities are definitely there from 2K's side of things. And is a Galaxy Opal a game changer? I mean, maybe not, but guess what? You could pull a LeBron James. You could pull a Giannis. You could pull a Victor Wembanyama, a Yao Ming. Like, the list goes on and on of good cards that you could possibly pull from this. Now, again, are you probably going to pull a bad card? I mean, probably. Like, objectively speaking, when I've seen people, get Galaxy Opals, they've got bad cards. For example, last season, when I grinded salary cap, I got, I got trolled, right? I got Jerry West and some other point guards. So realistically, you could get like a Jerry West, Kyrie Irving, somebody like that, which obviously would be super troll. But on the flip side of things, you could get somebody that is absolutely worth your time. So it does go both ways, and that's something I want you guys to know and realize. Obviously, hopefully for your guys' sake, you get blessed. Another thing I don't like about them all being unsellable is, let's say I get a Zach LaVine. Well, guess what? I've already grinded for the free Galaxy Opal Zach LaVine, and so then you're forced to quick sell them or exchange them, and I just don't like that either. So that is, if I am going to complain, the one complaint I do have is it is going to be an unsellable. I wish along the way you got some decent, cards with it, but it's like all the cards you're gonna get, like the Ruby Jeff Hornacek, the Diamond, Purvis Short, all of those cards are pretty poor. And so I wish I could sit up here and say, well, yeah, you're going to be able to grind, for decent cards along the way as well. But that is just ultimately not the case. So is this something I'm going to grind? Well, I don't know, maybe, especially on my No Money Spent Squad series account, it probably would be worth it. On this account, it's just hard because it's like I'm spending like all this time, grinding these things out for what? Like at the end of the day, if it's gonna be for a card that's probably not gonna play, that's unsellable, is it worth my time? I don't know. I do know along the way you get, some MT, so I guess it could be worth it, but that's just kind of the one problem that I have with it is if I am gonna spend a lot of time grinding this thing out, hopefully it is for a Galaxy Opal that can play. Right? And again, on my No Money Spent Squad series, I'm way more likely to get a Galaxy Opal that's going to play compared to, obviously, my main account in which I've got literally like 10 million MT just waiting to spend. Obviously, I probably should, pick up some new cards. But the last thing I want to do is go buy a Victor Wembanyama for 2K to drop 100 overall Victor Wembanyama on Friday. So again, am I scared? I mean, I guess a little bit because you never know with 2K, right? You never know who they're ultimately going to drop in these types of drops. So again, that's kind of why I'm being I don't want to say super hesitant, but somewhat hesitant when it comes down to spending my MT on this game. It's just like you never know, and especially if I spend it on a really good player. Let's say I spend it on Galaxy Opal Victor Wembanyama. I do happen to grind these challenges out, and then with these challenges I get Victor Wembanyama. Well, guess what? Then I just wasted a bunch of MT because I'm gonna have to sell him back. He's probably gonna sell for less. And I don't know, man. That's just the way I think about things. So you guys can let me know your thoughts on it. I don't know. I like the challenges, though. I mean, as long as all the challenges are as easy as this one is, I like it. It's going to be somewhat time consuming, but at the end of it, you're getting a Galaxy Opal for absolutely free. So if you want me to hate on these challenges, it's honestly not going to happen. We need more of these types of things on a weekly basis in my team. And I think if we get more of these types of things on a weekly basis, the community is going to, be appreciative of it. Again, obviously the market's, slowly dropping. Obviously, super packs being in the game and Friday content is somewhat exciting. But these are the types of things that aren't hurting, 2K, right? Them putting these challenges in the game. It's not hurting their pack sales. It's not hurting anything. The only thing it's doing is giving people a reason to load up and play the game and add a Galaxy Opal to the squad. Like I said, 2K is still going to get their pack money. This does not change anything at all. Outside of it, gives us a reason to load up and play the game. So I'm a fan of these challenges. Big time, big time, big time. And I feel like this is something that 2K can build on for future weeks, just giving us a reason to load up and play the game. I'm at halftime of this game. Easily gonna, get this first challenge done. We'll have to see if I'm gonna continue grinding the rest of these challenges. Again, I like them. It's just I don't necessarily like playing offline a whole ton. But if you can combine this with the double MT, the steals, blocks, challenges, you're gonna be moving and grooving in a big time way. That's gonna wrap it up for our video. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on it. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.